Hello, thanks for the subscriptions, thanks for the likes. As a result of the likes and subscriptions, I'm going to drop a bonus video. Yes, you guys have been so great, and I hope you will like this bonus video. And one thing I would like to do is to give you a brief history of 9jaCoder. It didn't happen overnight. Actually, it was based on this paper that was presented at Nigerian Society of Engineers during their conference, 2022 conference. I presented a paper with my good friend and my colleague, Dr. Joel Oguyemi, and my colleague at the Federal Polytechnic Bauchi, Engineer Isa Hassan. And here is the abstract. And the code name for the initial release was 9ja Reboot. The idea is that let's motivate our youths, motivate the next generation to learn how to code. Let it be in their DNA, in their blood. Let them be able to talk code, write codes, and think codes. So that is the idea. And we believe that if coding is taught in a language that they can understand and comprehend, we have a lot of Bill Gates, we have a lot of Paul Allens, we have a lot of Zach Zuckerberg, we have all these guys, Nigerians. So, and that is the motivating factor. Of course, the first version wasn't as interesting as this. It was basically text-based, but at least it executed, and it produced the results. We were able to demonstrate, and we were able to get it approved, and we were awarded a certificate. So that's the certificate. So it is actually a scientific research based on science. It wasn't just someone sitting somewhere and coming up with something. We had to prove that it could work, and then I commenced the coding. So let's dig in. I have compiled the software to work on my system, and I'm using Linux, Debian actually, Debian distro. I know a lot of guys use Ubuntu. Ubuntu is great, but Ubuntu is derived from Debian, so I like going to the source. So, but like I said, Ubuntu is great. I started with Ubuntu. I love Ubuntu until my hard drive started acting up. But when I switched to Debian, my hard drive stopped acting up. So there could be I think there is a correlation between hard drive acting up within Ubuntu when Ubuntu is installed and when Ubuntu is not installed. I need to research on that further though. Now let's get in. So what I want to show you guys today is an interesting feature of 9jaCoder, which I actually demonstrated in the first video, but I never explained. The first video was just for me to test how will people react without a voiceover. Would they comprehend? Would they understand? And I was impressed. People actually comprehended, they understood, and they responded. Thanks for all the comments. I really like them. So more of that, please. So what we are going to look at today, we are going to look at basically 9jaCoder. We are not dealing with Python today. Here is a pure 9jaCoder code. Of course, remember that 9jaCoder is a spin-off of Python. So where you normally use import math, we use in 9jaCoder we use use. Print, you can use print or you can use echo. If is maintained, else if is maintained, and health is maintained, and I can actually use let's leave that as leave it as else if, but we have also else if, so we can use this. Those of us coming from Python, from other background where we use else if. I think I had a problem initially figuring out the else if in Python, so I was motivated that okay, if I have a way to make it better, I'm going to make it better. So that's it. And also for Yoruba, we have lo mat, lo sis, tesita, ti, temiron, miron. That's the else if block. So, and this line here, that is the magic line that convert a console or terminal program into a GUI. Once that line is there, like in Yoruba is 9ja lo GUI, and then in English is underscore 9ja use GUI, and of course in Hausa we have 9ja amfani GUI. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce Igbo words, so we have the Igbo version, but I don't want to mess up my pronunciation. And French, I don't know how to pronounce French words. In fact, that one is like rocket science to me. And Fulfulde, the expert we handle that. The expert in those languages, we handle that as we progress. So, but I grew up in the north, spent some time in the north, so my Hausa is still with me. So amfani mats, amfani sis, buga, idan kuma wani. That's the if, else if, and else blocks. So let's see. Let's run with the Hausa first. You see the code executed. Let's say we want a rectangular slab, and how long do we want this slab to be? That is the length of the slab. So let's give it a figure. Let's say we want it to be 6 meters. How wide? Let's say 4 meters. And what is the thickness of the slab in meters? We say 0. Let's give it 0.15. Okay. Starting as the concrete volume required is 3.6 cubic meters. Okay, good. So enter the cement ratio. 1 bag of cement for each 1 kg. And for sand, we need to aggregate the water and everything. We need 4 of that. Steel reinforcement. So the materials required, we need 57 kg of cement. The sand, the aggregate, interesting. So steel reinforcement, I think we should go for 0.8. What I want you guys to know that I'm not a structural engineer, so I'm just using these figures to test. So if you know a structural engineer, please send a video to him, let him verify, and I will really enjoy their comment concerning this code. So enter the spacing between longitudinal bars. That should be 0.2. Just using some text figures, 0.25. It has given us everything that we would need concerning the steel. We need 226.08 kg of steel. Interesting. Yes, we need the costs. Cost of cement per kg, I think a bag of cement is 50 kg, right? And I think it goes for 18,000. I can't remember. The price now. But if we do a quick math, let's say we say 50. Let's say 18. Okay, let's say 12,000. I don't know. 12,000 divided by 50 kg. 50. 240 per kg. Okay, let's use that 240. Sand. I don't know the price of sand, but let's just say 200. Aggregates per cubic meter. Let's use 200 or so. I don't know the price of steel, but let's just say 250. From work, let's use 150. So it's telling us that the total cost of a 6x4 slab, that is 0.15 meters thick. I think that's 0.15 meters. Let's check. 0.15 meters thick. The total cost is 238,924.29 naira. That's interesting. Now remember that this is basically Hausa Shiga number F. That is enter a floating point number. Because if you look at this English is using enter float. Why Yoruba, I'm yet to change it. I'm using input float, enter float, input float, Shiga number F. They are all going to work. So that's the bonus video. If you have questions, please drop it in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.